Serena Williams, a name that echoes far beyond the tennis courts. A girl born in a modest neighborhood, surrounded by challenges, who grew into one of the greatest athletes of all time. Her story is one of perseverance, discipline, setbacks, and rebirths. A journey so remarkable, it was immortalized in a movie that highlights the strength of her family, the resilience in the face of adversity, and the power of determination. Today, we will dive deep into her inspiring path, uncover the obstacles she faced, and understand how Serena became a symbol of courage and excellence, inspiring millions around the world. Serena Jamaica Williams was born on September 26, 1981, in Saginaw, Michigan, but it was in Compton, California, that her childhood truly took shape. Compton in the 1980s and 90s was not just any community. It was a place scarred by gang violence, poverty, and instability. Yet, it was also the ground where the seeds of Serena's greatness were planted. Her parents, Richard Williams and Oracene Price, believed sports could transform their daughters' futures. Serena and her older sister Venus grew up surrounded by hardship, but also by discipline and vision. Richard, their father, played a central role. Without professional training, he educated himself by reading books, watching tapes, and developing strategies to mold champions. He took his daughters to practice on cracked public courts, often amid threatening circumstances. The harsh reality of Compton wasn't a barrier, it was fuel. Serena grew up hearing sirens and witnessing confrontations, yet inside the court there was focus, hope, and determination. It became clear early on that Serena had something extraordinary. She wasn't just talented, she was fierce. While other children were easily distracted, Serena had an endless energy and hunger for victory. Her healthy rivalry with Venus pushed both sisters to greater heights. While many little girls dreamed of fairy tales, Serena dreamed of lifting trophies. The family's sacrifices were constant. Money was scarce, opportunities were few. But these struggles forged Serena's mindset. Nothing would come easy, but everything was possible with effort, discipline, and faith. Those humble beginnings, far from luxury and privilege, laid the foundation for one of the most dazzling careers in sports history. Alongside Venus, Serena began drawing attention as a teenager. The two sisters were seen as a force of nature, extraordinary athleticism, raw strength, and uncommon discipline. In the 1990s, the tennis world was dominated by white athletes from wealthy backgrounds in Europe and North America. The arrival of two young black girls from Compton was a cultural earthquake. This wasn't just about sport, it was about representation, identity, and change. Venus paved the way first, making headlines as she climbed the rankings, while Serena observed, absorbed, and quietly prepared to break even greater barriers. She debuted professionally in 1995 at just 14 years old and quickly revealed her fearless, aggressive playing style. Serena stepped onto the court, not intimidated but determined, unafraid to face seasoned opponents. Every victory brought her closer to transforming her dream into reality. The relationship with Venus was unique. On court, they were fierce rivals. Off court, they were inseparable sisters. This dynamic fascinated the world, two siblings battling each other in Grand Slam finals, yet rooted in love, respect, and shared destiny. Their duels weren't just matches, they were history in the making. In 1999, Serena captured her first Grand Slam title at the US Open. It was more than just a trophy, it was a statement. The younger sister was no longer Venus's shadow. Serena had arrived as her own force, fearless, powerful, and unshakable. The rise had begun, and the world was only starting to grasp the magnitude of what Serena Williams would become. The 2000s marked Serena's dominance. Her ground strokes were thunderous, her agility unmatched, and her mental fortitude intimidating. She didn't just win, she crushed expectations. Serena's aggressive style redefined women's tennis. She brought power and flair, playing with intensity that few could match. When she walked onto a court, there was an undeniable aura. Opponents knew they weren't just facing an athlete, but a storm. Yet her greatness wasn't handed to her. She faced skepticism, media scrutiny, and prejudice. The press often focused more on her physique, her outfits, and her emotions than on her achievements. But Serena's resilience was her answer. Every time critics questioned her, she responded with performance. Each swing of her racket was a declaration. She would not be defined by stereotypes, but by victories. Alongside Venus, Serena also shined in doubles. The sisters dominated tournaments, capturing multiple Olympic gold medals and Grand Slam doubles titles. They weren't just champions, they were a movement, showing the world the beauty of family, perseverance, and representation for young black girls everywhere. They became proof that greatness was possible no matter the starting point. By the time she racked up her record-breaking 23 Grand Slam singles titles, the most in the open-air Serena, was more than an athlete. She was a legend, an icon, and a beacon of inspiration. Her career wasn't only about trophies. It was about breaking barriers and proving that resilience, grit, and vision could overcome any obstacle. Serena's journey was not a straight line of victories. She faced moments of deep struggle that tested her spirit far beyond the courts. Injuries repeatedly threatened her career. In 2011, she endured a pulmonary embolism that nearly took her life. Many doubted she could return, but Serena refused to be defeated. With relentless rehabilitation, she came back stronger. Silencing skeptics and adding more titles to her legacy, motherhood brought new challenges and triumphs. In 2017, Serena gave birth to her daughter, Olympia, but the experience was far from easy. Complications nearly cost her life again. Yet once more, Serena emerged resilient. Within months, she was back competing at the highest level, proving to the world that a mother could still be a champion. Her story inspired countless women, expanding the definition of strength beyond sports, beyond the courts. Serena became a powerful voice for equality, health, and representation. She advocated for maternal health care, gender equality in sports, and opportunities for minorities. Her influence expanded into business, philanthropy, and fashion, making her a multidimensional figure admired globally. Her story was immortalized in the 2021 film King Richard *, which focused on her father's vision and the extraordinary rise of the Williams sisters. The movie didn't just highlight their tennis journey, it showcased the resilience of a family against all odds, cementing their place in cultural history. Serena's life was no longer just about championships. It was about creating a legacy of inspiration, showing the world that greatness is built in the face of adversity. Serena Williams' story is more than the rise of an athlete. It is a testament to faith, perseverance, and self-belief, from a childhood shaped by struggle in Compton to the pinnacle of world tennis. She showed us that true greatness is forged through resilience. Her 23 Grand Slam titles are monumental, but her biggest victory lies in the millions she inspired to believe in themselves. The film King Richard * immortalized part of her journey, but Serena's impact reaches far beyond the screen. She became an icon of representation, a symbol of courage, and a reminder that setbacks are not failures, but opportunities to rise stronger. She taught us that criticism can be turned into fuel, and that the courage to continue is what defines true champions. Her story reminds us all, no matter where we come from or how many times we stumble, what matters is the strength to keep going. Serena Williams stands as living proof that every one of us has the power to write our own extraordinary story. Now, I'd love to hear from you. Where are you watching this video from? And what inspired you most about Serena's journey? Share your thoughts in the comments, and let's create a chain of inspiration together. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and join us for more transformative stories.